right now, Egg Warlock is the best deck you could be playing for the Warlock class, and I gotta say, I actually did enjoy this deck quite a lot, and I couldn't actually lose with it, and I went 5-0 with it all the way back to top 500 legend, which is kinda insane. The fact is, this deck is actually pretty good against things like Spell Demon Hunters, so in a meta like that, this would be pretty good, but you are gonna see we actually managed to win against some other faster decks as well, so definitely don't scoff at it, and give it a check, especially if you're willing to learn. The deck is definitely very punishing and does need a decent understanding to actually do well with it, but if you get the hang of it, you actually might get yourself some pretty fun games. I'm gonna give you a quick updated guide about it, talk about mulligans, win rates, and general tips so you have a better idea of what you could be pulling off with and against it. So I hope you find the video helpful, and if you do, you know what to do. But now, let's check out the guide.
You are not prepared!
Here's the list I used, and it's not a very populated list right now, we don't even have a matchup section for it, but it is looking pretty close to the list I showed you not too long ago, so there's that. What is the deck trying to do? Well, basically on turn 2 you want to be playing the Holy Egg Bearer, on turn 3 you want to be playing the Egg, and after that you want to be kicking that Egg Thief over and over and over again so you can pull off a turn 5 or 6 20-20, and that actually happens way more often than you'd think. You have several different ways of actually cracking this egg open, most of which cost 1 or 2 mana, but we even have the 6 mana Tentacles, which you get to crack the egg 2 times in the same turn, which is also pretty lovely. And let's not forget you also get to summon yourself a bunch of extra eggs with the Archdruids of Thorns, and last but not least you can summon all 5 eggs back with the help of Endbringer Umbra, as long as you haven't played something like the Shadowsworn Disciple. Going through the deck, we have ourselves a couple of Cursed Catacombs, which usually you should be playing as soon as turn 2 if you have the coin, or on turn 3 to be secure if you don't have the coin, so if you manage to actually find the egg you get to play it, and if you still find the Holy Egg Bearers you still play them and play the egg on turn 4, which would not be ideal, but still, if the matchup is not super quick, it should still be fine. With the Abusive Sergeants, you get to actually use your egg to attack other things. In some cases, you just use it to not die on the board too quickly, but for the most part, you want to be using this thing first to kill the egg, and then kill it in another way, because if you first kill the egg in another way, using Abusive Sergeant on it is not going to do anything, because it's no longer going to be able to attack that turn. Conflagrate helps you with the card draw again, and usually you want to be using it on your own egg, but in some cases you might have to use it on the opponent's stuff if you're falling too much behind. Glacial Shard helps you buy yourself a few turns. Couple of Spirit Bombs help you kill off your egg for only 1 mana each, but it is gonna cost you 4 health. The Archdruid of Thorns, the more you fill this guy up, the better, and also the later cracked eggs, the better. So try not to be playing this guy as soon as turn 3 or 4, but instead try and load him up at least with 2 more eggs, and if they are actually crackier, that would be better for you. In some case, even just a single would be fine, just for the sake of doing something that turn, and especially if that single is gonna be the last one, that way you get to have yourself another 20-20 really soon. Cursed Chains can be absolutely amazing in a deck like this, because we do have ourselves a couple of Herald cards, and you could be using this thing to both just steal an opponent's minion for a turn and return it at the end of their next turn. You could be stealing taunt minions for the opponent, or you could just be stealing Herald food if you're really that desperate. Just make sure to have yourself the Herald card on the far right, because this thing is always gonna be bringing the minion on the far right indeed. In some case, you could even just use it on a big minion for the opponent just for the sake of not taking damage for a turn, but in most cases that is a play not to lose kind of play. The Drain Soul, again, for the most part you want to be using on your own eggs, but in some cases you could be killing off the opponent's stuff, and in some cases you could just be killing something of your own just for the sake of healing, because it might be very close for you to be dead. The Holy Egg Bearer obviously just in here to draw the egg, nothing else, the second one's gonna be empty. The Shadowsworn Disciples are a Death Rattle minion like I said, so that could be messing up your Endbringer Umbra a little, but for the most part it is going to be worth it. It gives a little bit of healing, and also gives you a Herald card with which you could be eating your egg over and over again. Or you could be using it to eat something you Cursed Chains. With the Dissolving Ooze, you could be expressing a little bit of skill, and you could be doing some sneaky lethals. Even if the opponent freezes your 20-20, you could just eat it and spit out the stats on something else. And be smart about this guy. Some cases you could be using it just for the sake of eating something with Cursed Chains. And also don't forget you could be giving Abusive Sergeant to a minion you're going to be eating first, so that the attack actually becomes permanent, but those are usually niche scenarios which don't really matter for the most part. The Hellfires are an excellent way to crack several eggs at the same time, but it's also a great way to actually clear the opponent's board, so you don't fall behind too much on that front. The egg, of course, if this thing gets hexed or silenced, the game is kinda over, but if you've managed to kill a couple before they hex you or silence you, you still have a slight chance if you manage to actually bring yourself into the Endbringer Umbra play, but usually that doesn't happen too easily. Xavius is also in here, and with this guy, usually you're going to be using it to find yourself Umbra later, because if you're using this guy to find the egg, that's probably meaning the game is already lost, even though in some slower matchups it might also still be an okay thing to be doing. Like you could even do a turn 4, find yourself Holy Egg Bearer, and on turn 5 play the Egg Bearer into the Holy Egg. Still kind of fine, but not that amazing. The Shrine of Twilight, also pretty busted, gives you card draw as well as ways to eat your egg over and over again. The Eldritch Tentacle, like I said, is going to be clearing a couple of egg phases for you, like it is going to bring 2 Death Rattles in the same turn, and it's also a great way to clear sticky boards. Right now this would be amazing against Pallies, as well as aggro druids, if you manage to live that long, that is. And last but not least, we have Umbra in here, with which you basically get to bring all of those Death Rattle eggs back, but in some cases it might get messed up by the Shadowsworn Disciple. In that case, just hope it's not messing up the 2020 Death Rattle. Like I said, we don't have matchups for this particular version, so we're gonna have to look at something a little bit different, like this one for instance is kind of okay. Yeah, I'd say this one is the closest to it, even though it is definitely a lot more different, but still we get to see a few matchups, and as I said, you're gonna be great against things like Spell Demon Hunter, Companion Hunter as well, Merifra Druid. You're also gonna be great against Warriors, especially against Egg Warrior. Not so great against Dragon Warrior, it seems, but yeah, for the most part, you should be able to actually win more than you're losing. You're gonna be okay against Bubble Pallies too, not so great against Aggro Pallies, but you're gonna get to see that we actually did pretty well against one of those. As for the mulligan, going first, holding on to Cursed Catacombs would be fine, but like I said, going first, play it on turn 3 to be safe. Obviously, go find your Egg Bearer. If you don't have the Egg Bearer, just go with the egg. If you don't have the egg, throw basically everything else away except for Cursed Catacombs and try to find it ASAP. But if you already do have something like a Holy Egg Bearer or the egg, in that case you get to start keeping things like Abusive Sergeant, Conflagrate, Glacial Shard even for turn 1, the Spirit Bomb, the Drain Soul, the Shadowsworn Disciple, but only if you already have yourself a way to get the egg on turn 2 or 3. On the coin the situation is basically the same, but here you get to use Cursed Catacombs as soon as turn 2, still you get to keep it, and still you're looking for your Holy Egg Bearer, for your Egg of Chaos. If you already have a way to get the egg, again try to be holding on to ways to actually crack it, and in some cases even hold on to Hellfire if the matchup warrants it. That's about it for the deck. Definitely not that expensive, but also not that cheap, but to be fair, all of these cards right now are basically free, so you get to try most of it for free, aside from the Cursed Chains I guess. Everything else you should be having for free right now. Hope you enjoyed the guide, and if you did, a like and subscribe would be great, but now let's check out some of my games on my road back to top 500 Legend with it. Hope you enjoy.
By fang and claw, chaos and destruction.
Can't fail to notice there's no eggs in this hand. There you go. Companion. Think we're happy.
There, all better.
Happy, happy, happy. He's curving. He's curving vigorously and long time. I think I'd be happy to do this right now, because next turn we're coining this. So let's go ahead and get ourselves a couple of egos that way. Next turn we're gonna crack a couple of more times, turn after, a couple of more times, and it's over.
Sisters, my will shall lead us to victory. Welcome to the world.
Silver arrowheads, an excellent choice.
By tooth and claw!
Got this. Let's turn a couple of 2020s. Why wouldn't we? It's actually gonna be free 2020s next turn. Turn 6, 60, 60. What else would it be, chat? We're talking about standard 2026, guys. Turn 4, 7, 7. How about turn 6, 60, 60? What's happening to this game, Hearthstone? Battlegrounds, is that you? Easy game, easy life. Should have played around it. You know. Casual turn 6, 60, 60. What could possibly you be finding from your deck, my guy? Okay, that's something. What about the other two? Oh shit! He actually handles a couple. Fuck me sideways. He actually is gonna handle a couple this way. Insane. Okay. Endbringer Umbra is about to bring the end then. Son of a bitch. He actually done did it. Insane. You son of a motherless goat. Imagine handling that though. If that was another one, that would have been a little bit too much. Okay, okay. Let's see it. Can we find it? No such luck. That's a good amount of extra damage. Might as well grab it.
Kneel before the strength of the wild.
He has 10 costs, bro. Unballsack leavable. So you're gonna get Tortola? He got a hot single? It didn't trigger the second time? God, this game is so buggy, man. Like, look at this nonsense. This game is so buggy, though. Sadly, I cannot steal him. The Tortola, that is. What could I do? Could steal that. Might as well. Get myself some huffers and shit. I should have abusive sergeant that guy first. Find out. Why didn't I eat this? I mean, it's gonna give me one extra right now, but Still. It's returning it at the end of his next turn, so he's not going to be able to utilize.
Come closer, critters. Come closer, critters.
Come to me, friends.
Cheating.
Sever my wrath.
Should have killed the 3/3. And the 2/2. What the fuck am I doing, man? What the fuck is wrong with me today? Oh my goodness, dude. I'm such a fucking dumbass. I could have eaten Brawl. God damn it, someone. I'm a moron today. Jeez, Rick. Oh well, can't even target that guy. So many misplays that turn.
Sisters, my arrows shall strike down our foes.
Still waiting for that frickin' Umbra though. Finally. What a discount would be best. It's kinda shit, but it's fine. Poor bastard doesn't even have his guy anymore. It's insane. With the free damage, I'd rather this actually is on the board when I do it, so that he actually breaks an egg or two. It's really insane, man. Like, it's low-key unbelievable. What's also unbelievable is if I didn't do this, I was kinda dead. Imagine if I didn't do this the correct way. I was actually kinda screwed over if I didn't do this. Bloody hellfire.
Come to me, friends.
Omens don't help him much now. Uh-oh. Somehow he managed. If that's a fucking... Imagine if that was a fucking rock. Jesus. What a game. Crazy that the dude actually did manage to stabilize from that turn 6 though. Kinda insane, that one.
Nazoth versus Illidan.
This ends now.
Demon Hunters, they love me. Demon Hunters really love egg decks. Sometimes all they think about is the egg decks. This guy's gonna suck an egg. Suck an egg, why don't you? Okay, Umbra's ready. Let's freaking go. Fucking almost. Almost. Would it kill you to kill it? Everybody took 2 damage, so I can't really be too mad at that. Gotta respect the hustle. Nice. Next turn, Hellfire into this guy would be okay, maybe. Or even just Hellfire into this thing for the sake of this thing activating it turn after, and this thing being GG to turn after that. Definitely looks like it. Okay, good Hellfire noises. Yeah, GG. Technically speaking, I still could have gone with this guy instead, because next turn I get to use this after I'm done with that, and it still would have activated it. Maybe that was the better play. That was the more optimal play for sure. So yeah, it should have been Hellfire Archdruids. Turn after, we still would have been on the board quite well. But there's literally no way in hell we lose this one. Famous last words. That's kind of poopy, but postpones the inevitable kind of shit. Technically speaking, I could still just spit bomb this. Play this guy, use that thing. Nah, man, fuck it. There's no reason to pretend this is a complicated play. Maybe I still should have clicked this thing first just for the sake of making room, because next turn I'm not gonna have room for all the Umbra crap. If I top deck the Ooze and he doesn't kill this 8-2, he will be Pepsi Max. One damage AoE, is that you? Can't, not enough mana. Interesting. It's 5 off lethal, among other things. It's Kind of crappy, but let's just do it. Got a couple of good ones. Let's good in the world. Gets another click on the location though.
Time grows short.
So you're telling me there's a chance. Ah.
For now.
That's what I thought, homeboy. So far, so good.
Off versus Illidan.
The Legion's rage pales before.
Got a Demon Hunter. He's not gonna be very happy about me. Gotta look deep for that egg, so he can suck on it. That egg ain't gonna suck itself. Not the best hand so far. Turn 2, I'm gonna curse Catacombs with the coin. Both outcomes work. Excellent, excellent. How exciting. I'm ecstatic. I'ma stop now. Egg. Harder, daddy. Not so hard, I have a boyfriend. What? That joke never gets old. Let's try Hellfire, might be in order. Are you fucking serious with that? I guess. Drain sausage, you say? Well, I'm gonna have to take a beating before I can start beat myself. Uh... 4 times. Think it'd be smarter if I do this right now so we can kill it into that, because who knows if I can kill it into the next wave. So let's do it like this. Bloody Hellfire. Bit close to the sun this one, but it'll work, surely. Next try and get to use this too. No way in hell he has 8 damage from hand. Chaos Strike can come out of that. And it does. Good news is I heal back a little. Thank fuck we used the Abusive Sergeant last turn, because if we didn't, this thing wouldn't be cracked. Very optimistic. You can like this. First time hearing this thing attack. Seen it here first. It's over, stepson. Or is it? Well, we're waiting. Cool story, Bob. Cool story, Bill Bob. Goes 2 damage to my mouth, though. How dare he? If only. That was nasty. Nastier than it should have been. You know. Who the aggressor now, bitch?
Off versus Uther. I will fight with honor.
Against the pally, and I see no egg in here. That is the opposite of what you want to be seeing. Okay, egg is on the way. Got ourselves some 1-drops and shit. Good stuff. Egg came a bit too early if you ask me, but it came, chat. Let's go ahead and push the tempo ball. He doesn't have his shot. And now he does, but this is still 1 turn later, so he's not gonna be able to get it from Fins Beyond Time and crap. Dude action, huh? Okay. Damn shame we top deck the egg, but better to have it than to not. Still gonna be able to poke a little with that. That's good. Good news is he's still not unshatting himself. He has some chunkies in between. Let's go ahead and do this for now. Nice. That's gonna be massive. That's gonna be very massive. Unshatting himself. He is ready for the shattening.
Get in there and fight, maggot.
Nice. I mean, this basically cracks it right now. I'll allow it. Turn 5, 2020. Good old turn 5, 2020. Get fucked. Who's the aggro now, bitch? Lick my balls, bitch. Why am I like this? Against Hunter again. Ready. Pretty sure we played against Ready, didn't we? I think we are ready for Ready. Maybe not. Okay, we got this. This is worth, this is worth. Going second, this could be okay. Let's do it. Push the Tembobo. Still better than nothing. These cards look kind of similar. Kinda. Feels like Animal Companion to me.
Won't be long now.
Mm-hmm. The feeling was correct. See then. See how that go. He's curving. We got Mr. Curvy over here. Mr. Curvius Maximus.
Don't crack it!
Next, try and get the killer a couple of times and do this. I'll probably be better to do that anyway. I'm just spend the mana then. Surely I'll be able to do that anyway.
Return to the wild.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Not great. You gotta be shitting me, man. You have got to be kidding me. That is diabolical, dude. Like, are you fucking kidding me right now? That was so fucking dumb. Like, imagine not being able to find a single 1 or 2 mana way to kill this for my fucking Archdruid. I guess I should have gone for the this guy, Shadow Sworn, but that wouldn't have gotten it into the Death Rattle pool. To be fair, neither did this. Fucking hell.
Sisters, my will shall lead us to victory.
Yeah, now you come, you piece of piss. That is almost lethal for anybody keeping track. It's literally 2 off lethal is what it is, because I get to kill this thing off. And then give the damage. With this shit, but not like this.
And to Falator!
Guess I should have tapped first. I could also just use the ooze to get myself another 20 on the boards. I think I'll go ahead and do that just for the sake of being super hard on the tempo. Worst case scenario, we get the fine Umbra. He is looking for the 1 mana, reduce the 1 health. Not again though, not like that. Random 9 drop. Nothing too crazy on those. Oh, 7 drops still. That's mildly annoying, but not really. With the taunts. Could be off lethal if it kills the small shits first. But it don't. Not all of them. Got him. Well, that was simple enough. Deck worked like a charm, dude. 5-0 with this thing. Imagine climbing this well with this pile of cards. Deck actually works pretty well in this meta.